Hey guys, great job, division opponent. That puts us up a little bit and gives us some room. You guys did a hell of a job fighting through that. Not an easy place to play. Not an easy team to play. For damn sure. Don't take that for granted. Wins are hard to come by in this league, as you see every Sunday. I said I'd give you guys off the whole week if you're willing. Why you got the whole week?
We got the week. We got the week.
Hey, see you guys 8 o'clock next Monday. All you injured guys, make sure you get treatment. And don't just lay on your ass all day.
Go ahead.
Hey fellas, hell of a win, man. Hell of a win, man. Like Coach said, man, don't take these for granted, baby. We finna go ahead and take this week off, get better, and come back stronger. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Tampa Bay will probably go back to where Tampa Bay has been. Go back to where Tampa Bay has been. Go back to where Tampa Bay has been.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Blake Anthony with the Overreaction Show. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints down in NOLA. Good thing, the Bucs came away with the win. They move up to 6-2. Saints fall to 1-7, I believe, and they're right where I said they needed to be coming into the second quarter of the season. I said you dropped the Lions game, people freaked out. I said if you can get 3 out of the 4, you'll be sitting in great position going into the bye week. Guys are going to have 2 weeks to get healthy and get ready for the stretch of 4 games, which are going to have a lot of competitiveness. Teams like the Bills, the Rams, and so forth like that. Then the back half, they should have a favorable schedule. You never can count on anybody, especially division opponents. Speaking of the division, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers move up 1 game versus everybody else in the division. They play in the Saints. The Saints lose to them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Falcons got pummeled by the Dolphins, and the Panthers lost today as well. So the Buccaneers move up 1 notch in the division column, because first you got to win the division, then you're talking about bye weeks and so forth and such. So let's talk about a little bit of the stats here. Baker, not a very good day. He's still lingering injuries. It's clearly he's banged up. 15 for 24, 152, 0 passing touchdowns. Tucker led the day on the ground, 12 for 42, 1 rushing touchdown. Tez Johnson led the day, 5 for 43. Spencer Rattler and Slow had about 130 yards passing. Rattler got benched for Slow, the rookie out of Louisville. Both threw an INT in the game. We'll get to that later with the defense. As we said, defense now. David led the day, 10 tackles, 4 solo. You had sacks galore from last week to this week. Dennis, Parrish, Nelson had 2. INTs, Winfield and Nelson. Yes, you heard it right. You heard Nelson's name twice. So let's talk about a little bit of that, because the man of the day isn't an offensive player. It's just a defensive player. Hassan Riddick is out this game. Nelson, longtime veteran, 7 years in the league with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Iowa Hawkeye, plenty of Iowa Hawkeyes on the roster. Comes in the game, gets a strip sack. Not even strip sack, just a strip, forced fumble. Way to not give up on the play. He was on the backside. He kept running. And a defensive player, you're begging for a running back or a ball carrier to cut back so you can get a slobber knocker hit or a strip sack, and that's exactly what Nelson got. Punched the ball out, and the defense was able to quibble. Unfortunately, they weren't able to punch in points because the offense was struggling a little bit, but we'll move on from that. Tampa Bay Buccaneers get down to the 1 yard line. It was really ugly, especially trying to run the ball in the interior. They kept getting stuffed time and time again. They were really struggling. They turned the ball over on the 1 yard line, and that's ultimately where Nelson got the interception, where he tipped the ball to himself and then scored. So defenses, they held their own again, holding them only to 3 points. No offensive touchdowns, no offense fluidity with the Saints. So that defense is really the one that led the day. Todd Bowles had an excellent game plan on offense. That's 2 weeks. I think Grizzard has been challenged, and his offense is not really producing too well. So I like to see where he comes out coming in these next 2 weeks. Hopefully they get McMillan back. Hopefully they get Godwin back. So they're going to need some help on the offensive position, on a wide receiver position, especially offensive production. I still would like to see Culp. I think he's a very speedy guy. He can use more help at the tight end position or speed, period, on the offense, because you can't teach speed, and speed kills. We all know that. And then the refs. I want to save the best for last, the refs, man. So they get a punch out on a catch by Rashid. They pick it up, run it back for a touchdown. It looks like a touchdown. It smells like a touchdown. You thought it was a touchdown, and it wasn't. They said somebody blew the play dead, even though everybody on the field and the ref that's closest to the play was running as if the play was real. That's the part that was bizarre with me. I said, if you watch the replay, the near side ref to that play that would call the fumble, he would call everything on that side, did not look like he blew a whistle dead. Because if you watch Antoine Winfield pick the fumble up and run it back, you see him running with Winfield, knowing that it was a fumble, and he did not blow it dead. So I would really like to know who blew this play dead. And ensuing because of that, people were like, well, it didn't matter. Yes, it did. Because you got the ball at the 50, they got the ball at the 50, and they ended up getting strip sacked and turning the ball over, and you went from a game that was 14-0 to 7-3 going into halftime. Luckily for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that didn't come back to bite them in the ass later, but it could have. And that was literally taken away from the refs. Nothing the players or the coaches did. It was literally snatched away from the referees. Something has got to be fixed. Everybody in the league, everywhere, doesn't blow a play dead until you're 100% sure, because if you know it's a turnover, there's no point of blowing it dead, because all turnovers are reviewed just like touchdowns. There's no point of blowing it dead, because you're gonna get it right on the backside, because you get to replay it. So when did we start blowing it dead? When you see a fumble? At one point did you see anybody on the ground clearly on the ball recovered for you to blow that play dead? Whoever blew it, because I'm telling you, it wasn't the near side ref. Watch the replay. It wasn't the near side guy. He was running down the sideline with Antoine Winfield. So who blew the damn whistle? Who blew it? Who was the whistleblower? Nobody can answer that question. Who blew the damn play? Because everybody in the field, staying sideline, the ref thought the play was still going. So who blew the damn whistle? Is what I'd like to know. I want to know that answer coming in this week. They got 2 weeks to talk about it. Yeah, but and then Antoine Winfield, again, I think it was a punch out. They ruled that one an incomplete pass, and then he ended up snatching one away, but they called him down by contact. So it was just a day for the refs, but it was definitely a day for the Tampa Bay defense, especially the man, Anthony Nelson, coming away balling. The crazy thing was, at Iowa, he was a terror putting his hand in the dirt. That was my one thing about him when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafted him, when he was playing up edge rushing. I'm a really good pass rusher with my hand in the dirt. So, standing up is a little different. Is you got to push off a foot. You're not using your hand. It's a little bit like getting out of a sprinter stance and to coming up to stand up and rush. So I thought it was odd for to switch into that when he came to Tampa Bay. But when he's able to play down with his hand in the dirt like he did at Iowa, the guy was a terror. I could see why the Bucs drafted him, because he was a terror at Iowa, much like it's a very defensive-heavy school. Got a lot of defensive players and offensive linemen, of course. You got Tristan Wirfs from Iowa, but got a lot of good defensive players from there. And he showed up today for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a big way, coming to 6-2, getting that win, and getting ready for a bye week and get well rested that the entire team needs. That's pretty much what I got from this. Like I said before, they scored over 22.5 points. They held their opponent under 22.5 points, and he came away with a win. The formula fits in this time. We'll see if it fits in 2 weeks from now. And the Buccaneers are 6-2, finishing the second half of the season. Now you're coming into the third quarter. That's first half. Well, second quarter of the season, coming into the third quarter of the season. And we'll see how that goes. If they can get 2 out of the 4, that'd be great. 2 out of the 4, it's a tough schedule. You can get 2 out of the 4. 3 out of the 4 would be great. Of course, 4 out of the 4 would be astronomical, but if you can get 2 out of the 4, my prediction might change depending on who they get back from injury. But right now, with the way the offense is struggling, if you can get 2 out of 4 out of these next games, and your defense playing really, really well, unless you get another trade target or somebody like that, maybe some wide receiver depth, maybe another offensive weapon, or maybe another edge rusher, who knows? They're going to need help somewhere to try to get this offense going, because coming in this back half of the season, Hopefully they'll get everybody healthy, and the offense of the team will look more fluid without having to plug and play all these guys. Like they played 3 running backs today against the Saints. Sean Tucker looked like the better back, downhill running. Might see more of that in the future. Who knows? I'm Blake Anthony. You're the master of everything. What you do with your life, what you do with his entirely up to you. You guys stay safe. God bless, and as always, fire those cannons. Well, now Drew Brees retired. I guess the Saints will go back to being where the Saints have been.